You're awake.
My head hurts.
How about that? Whoa, easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is. How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
My name? My name? What is my name? Rat face? Is that my name? Rat face? No. Cherry pie. I see a cherry pie. Doctor. I think everyone called me Mel.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name, that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell.
Jeez, you're so rude.
Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place.
Did I leave anything out of place?
How'd I do?
I should be all scar-faced. First off, I'm a female. It don't matter. Should I just be an elderly lady? I'm young, but I'm not. I really like that one. A lot of times. I'm not sophisticated. Or should I just be a bad punk? An evil punk? Look at that, look at that, look at that. Follow their rule. Little devil, I'm a devil. do I look like? I think I kind of look... My hair looks kind of like that at the moment. This is what my hair looks like, and I've been out in the sun, like, bright.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense keeping you in bed anymore.
Like my brain, keeping my brain inside,
Let's
that
see
matters,
if we can
right?
get you on your feet.
Ooh, dizzy. Headache!
Good.
Don't let me get up,
Why don't
it's a
you walk down to the
headache!
end of the room? Over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
Whee! Technically, if I was really
Looking
shocked.
good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor
Activate!
tester.
Activate! Activate!
We'll learn right quick if you got back all your faculties.
I don't have a lot of strength. Coyote! A lot of endurance. Agility. Whoops. I'm not very good at charisma.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news. Well, we know your vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered and a bighorn dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? The dogs are still barking.
I'm naked. I'm half naked. I'm all in my underwear. I look gross. Grody, 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 grody.
All right. I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Pet.
House. Night.
Scary.
Bandit.
Bad guy. Bad guy. What?
Light. Mother.
She's just a... She's a human shield.
Okay. First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature. I ain't given to relying on others for support. I'm always fixin' to be the center of
Nope.
attention. I'm slow to embrace new ideas. I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
No, that's not the thing to do.
Almost done here. What do you say you have a look at this? Tell me what you see.
A necklace.
Okay. How about this one?
A lightning rod. I'm too... You look like a parent penis. I'm too young to know that stuff.
Last one.
People playing patty cake.
Well, that's all she wrote. I don't have nothing to compare it to, so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Oh crap, I'm cooking stuff. I like energy weapons, I don't like explosives. I love science. I love energy weapons more than I love guns. gonna stick with guns. Oh, I might need sneak instead of guns. Let's go. Sneak.
Before
Pretty
I
good at
turn you
sneak.
loose,
Okay,
I
I'll be
need
back.
one
I'm
more
cooking
thing from
things.
you. I got a form for you to fill out.
Alright, let's see here.
So I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
I wonder if I should do good natured. I always want to do wild wastelands. Things are kinda cool. Now the quick question is whether I'm four-eyed or good-natured. I think I'm gonna be good-natured. I don't care if it messes with my guns that I just,
All right,
did the
I
thing
guess
before.
that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
So great! Now I get to finally leave this hellhole. I need clothes. I'm going completely naked.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one. Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Was my wife's. I think she was about your size, and she hardly wore it after we left the vault. Felt it was too brazen. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town. She can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon. I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave. Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But try not to get killed anymore.
I'll try not to. Should I play hardcore? No. I don't like to play hardcore. I'm not that skilled. Hey. They went at that way. So that include those flying insect things. All right. Let's see, Vault 13.
Howdy, partner. Might I say you're looking fit as a fiddle?
Am I?
Don't mention it. I'm always ready to lend a helping hand to a stranger in need. I was out for a stroll that night when I heard the commotion up the old bone orchard. Saw what looked like a bunch of bad eggs, so I laid low. Once they'd run off, I dug you up to see if you were still kicking. Turns out you were, so I hauled you off to the dock right quick.
I'm not sure I believe that story.
Can't say that I'm familiar with the rascals. Some of the fine folks in town might be able to help you out with that. I moseyed into town, 10, 15 years ago. Before that, I can't quite seem to recall. Odd. Anyway, it's a right peaceful town, and I reckon it's as fine a place to settle as any. I'm a Securitron. Robco Security Model 2060B. If you ever see any of my brothers, tell them Victor says howdy. Happy trails!
He's so cheery. A little too cheery if you ask me.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
You sure?
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
I'm too kind. I don't like using my gun. I don't want to use my gun if I don't have to. But I know how to use it in a pinch.
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there? Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
This thing's shit.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you what, I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
Maybe I should.
Fo-
Got your tail. I just want the experience to get the levels. Get somewhere before I go anywhere. I don't need to be taught how to fight, because I know how to do it in a pinch.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there? We got some bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like... Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly. Okay, you're on. Go give him hell.
How can you miss that gecko head? It was right in your face.
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. Come.
Gonna shoot you in the back of the head. Bing! Bing! Because you have the same hair too I do. Don't like it. Don't like it. Bloody nose! I want to train a dog. I want to have a dog running by my side. I used to.
Now that was some good work. Even got a little exciting there at the end. Here's a little spending money for the trouble. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land. I'm heading back. Hey, do me. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi. Hey there.
No radiation, so I got that pretty clean. Time to head back to town, go say hi to Trudy. Kill Cheyenne.
Howdy.
Oh, look at that. I'm half naked. Not sure this outfit is worth it. Tumbleweed. You know, this is very much like Nevada, back when it was in its heyday, before the nuclear blast. Empty! No one lives there. So I've been told. No, I didn't really die that night. I'm actually 200 years old. I lived in cryogenesis for quite some time. I was put in there before the war. Decided to do it. They had to take me out.
I'm done being nice. If you don't hand Ringo over soon, I'm going to get my friends and we're burning this town to the ground. Got it?
We'll keep that in mind. Now, if you're not gonna buy something, get out.
What the hell is your... What do you want? He's some traitor who decided he'd rather shoot than pay the toll for being in our territory. He's hiding somewhere in town. Would serve these idiots right if me and my guys shot the place up after we got payback on Ringo. It is now. Me and the rest of the guys busted out of the NCR prison east of here and took over. Now we... None of your damn business. You ought to know better. Robbed some people, burned some things, killed a few guys. Same old shit that's been going on for years. The NCR and Legion are still fighting over Hoover Dam for some reason. Let me get out of town before we talk. New California Republic. Nothing new about it. Just a bunch of people with money and power pushing everyone else around. They've got troops all over the Mojave, but it's a big desert, so it's pretty easy to avoid them if you want. Never been there since the NCR's got troops all over it. Must be pretty important.
Hey. Well, you've been causing quite a stir. Glad I finally got to meet you. Welcome to the Prospector Saloon. Looks like our little town got itself dragged into the middle of something we don't want anything to do with. About a week ago, this traitor, Ringo, comes into town. Survivor of an attack, he says. Bad men after him. Needs a place to hide. We figured he was just in shock, so we gave him a place to lie low. We didn't actually expect anyone to come after him. He's holed up at the abandoned gas station up the hill. You mean murder him? That's not our way, even if Cobb is scum. He can bluster and threaten all he wants. Some of the others, like Sonny, will probably stand up for Ringo if he asks for help, which he hasn't. Personally, I hope he sneaks out of town one night and takes the powder gangers with him. Chain gangs, really. The NCR brought them in from California to work on the rail lines. Problem is, it turns out that giving convicts a bunch of dynamite and blasting powder isn't the best idea. It was a big escape not too long ago. Some of them stuck together so they could make trouble. That's what we're dealing with now. If you were able to get Ringo out of this mess, you'd have a decent reputation around Good Springs. I'd even set you up with a discount. Of course, helping Ringo would also make the powder gangers mad, and they've got a lot of friends out there. Don't know why you'd want to do a thing like that. Yep, you'd get on their good side, but people around here wouldn't appreciate it one bit. He's a convict, just without the chains. Said his name was Cobb. Not much, other than they were a bunch of freeloaders who expected a few rounds on the house. I was able to get them to pay up, though. Of course, one of the great cons did knock my radio to the floor by accident. And they were having some kind of argument about it, but the guy in the checker sounded like they came in from the north through Quarry Junction. If that's the case, I can't say I blame them. That whole area is overrun with the kind of critters that just get mad if you shoot them. Merchants avoid that whole stretch of I-15 like it's radioactive, which it could be for all I know. I didn't hear exactly. Fella wants to get there and avoid the 15? Sure, the outside looks okay, but there'd be caps in it for you. I do like to hear what's going on in the world. I know that thing as much as anyone else around here. It mostly keeps to itself, which is just fine by me. Other than rolling around once in a while, it doesn't do anything useful as far as I can tell. I don't know why it took an interest in you, but I'd be careful. It's never helped anyone before.
Good.
It acts friendly enough, but I don't trust that whole cheerful cowboy act. I find it all very creepy.
I did too. I did.
It was here when I took over the saloon 7 years ago. Some people have said its owner lived here, but no one knows who it was. Mostly traders looking to buy bighorn or meat and hides. The traders are the main reason the general store most travelers heading south on the I-15 just push on towards Prim, unless they're in desperate need of supplies. There's always something interesting going on, but the biggest news has to be the coming dust-up between the NCR and the Legion over the dam. I'm pretty sure the NCR wants to hold on to the dam because it's one of the few places around that can make electricity. The Legion are a bunch of savages,
Smart.
though. No idea why they'd want the dam. Probably plan on destroying it or something. The New California Republic's got the most power in Nevada. Money, troops, you name it. They do what they can to keep things safe in the region. But if you ask me, they're trying to do too much. They're spread too thin. Slavers, killers, and all other kinds of trouble. They dress up like Roman soldiers, so there's no mistaking it when you see them. The rumor is that the Legion is far larger than the NCR lets on, and that it's been due to luck that the Legion hasn't overrun the territory.
Go look at her radio. Where's her radio?
Feeling thirsty? Yeah, I heard it turn right back on after you got done tinkering with it. Here's some caps for the work. Not at all. I'm never sure how much is normally charged for this sort of thing. Here's some additional caps. That should be enough. Now, how about spending some of... I'm sure I've
Let me
got
see what
something
you
you
have to
like.
Take some purified water, though. Don't want dirty water because it gets you sick. Now you owe me cap.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah. Whatever, it took you out of some caps. I seem pleasant enough, but I could be bitchy.
Welcome back to the program. This is Mr. New Vegas, and I hope I'm not coming on too strong. This just in. Merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. Stay classy, New Vegas. You know...
Sorry, I can't keep my radio on because the music will actually cause... I'm not sure I want to help Good Springs. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to make this guy just go away. Disappear. the Sunset Sarsaparilla would be radiated, but apparently not. I should get sick eating it.
That's
shouldn't I?
close enough. Who are you, and what do you want with me? Sorry about the gun. You just caught me off guard, that's all. We got off to a bad start. Let's say we start over with a friendly game of Caravan. You know how to play? Yeah. He doesn't look very tough, though. I hear he's afraid I'll shoot him down from one of the windows when I see him. And he's right. I'll have a much bigger problem once his friends show up. There's no way I could handle all of them in a gunfight. My Caravan was on the return trip from California and heading back to the company branch in New Vegas when we got jumped. Not even a drop your weapons and hands up before the bullets started flying. We put up a good fight, but there was too many of them. I took a few of the bandits down before I ran, so I figure their friends are out for revenge. I'm gonna lay low for as long as I can, assuming the town doesn't throw me to the wolves. I've got no chance against the gang on my own. All I've got left on me are a handful of caps, but you get me out of this and I'll make sure... We just end up sharing the same grave if it's just the two of them. Start with Sonny's smile.
I don't want to fight the powder fingers, just not yet. Let's go find... Prim. I gotta go find the guys that did this to me. We're gonna stay on the road for now. Hope we don't run into too many things. No, I remember what this used to be like before the war. I remember. Desolate. Pretty much the same. Just not everything well, I guess the roads look near about the same. A little bit. They're a little bit better kept up. You go look at that guy, you get jumped. Is this Joe Cobb?
Hey, any lawman that comes after me won't have it easy.
I don't want to get on the powder ganger's bad side. Just yet. Like, Nevada is so big, but there's nothing. Absolutely nothing in Nevada. To go from northern Nevada to Vegas, you travel on 2-lane highways the whole damn way down there. I remember it. You know, I was 10 when the war started. 15. The time I started nuclear bombing. Hell of a fighter. decided to freeze me when they saw that the war we were losing. Maybe I could save the world later. Came back. Of course, everybody heard my gunfighting. See, but the funny thing is they're not really highways, freeways. And then this is Prim. This must have been a highway. I bet you there was highways just outside of Vegas to get to some of the little stuff. But once you got outside of Vegas, everything was basically population of 1,000. Nothing more.
Hey, where the hell do you think you're going? Some convicts from the prison up the road have taken over the town. Everyone inside is either dead or in hiding. What's more, there are 2 tribes of raiders causing trouble in this area as well. We'd love to, but they don't fall under NCR jurisdiction. We don't have the equipment to take out the convicts. And even if we did, we need some extra hands for backup. You should talk to Lieutenant Hayes.
Let me take care of them.
Hello.
Hello, Sergeant McGee. Let me in. Let me do it. I can do it. Trust me, I'm a good-natured fighter.
I'm Lieutenant Hayes of the New California Republic. We were sent out here to hold back the tide of convicts. As you can probably tell, we aren't doing the kind of job. The mission isn't a problem. The problem is with supplies. Convicts are back. I'm trying to get some reinforcements here, maybe some guns with some firepower, but most people just call it NCRCF. That's NCR Correctional Facility. A little bit ago, the convicts there staged a coup, killed the guards that weren't able to escape, and have been... Not much. They've taken to calling themselves powder gangers, mostly because they got organized faster than I would have thought. Thankfully, the small group in town here seem to have split off from the main force, so they aren't getting it.
We got business here.
Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. You're supposed to be able to disarm those explosives, but I don't think I have high enough explosives to do it just yet. Other dude I killed. I killed 2 dudes. There he is. Prospector is polite free scavenger. Would anybody have known that?
I don't know what it was brought you to Prim, youngster, but you might want to rethink your plans. Town's gone to hell. Well, sure do. I run the courier office out of my... Well, I don't got any work right. I'll tell you whatever I can. Yeah. Oh, so you're talking about one of them packages. That cowboy robot had us hire 6 couriers.
Cowboy robot.
Each was carrying something a little different. Pair of dice, chess piece, that kind of stuff. Last word I have from the office, it looked like payment had been received for the other 5 jobs. First deadbeat we hired to do the job canceled. Hope a storm from the divide skins him alive. Yeah, got this look when he saw you next down on the courier list. His expression turned right around. Asked me if your name was for real. I said, sure as lack of rain, you were still kicking. Then he turned down the job, just like that. No, let Courier 6 carry the package. That's what he said. Like the Mojave'd sort you out or something. No idea. Sounds like you two had a history for him to act like that. Hope he didn't see any trouble in that package of yours. Well, now that you mention it, a few nights back, one of the town... He said he saw a fellow with a daisy suit come through with some of them Great Con misfits. Well, for that, your best bet is going to be talking to Deputy Beagle. Since they came to town, he was keeping a good bit of notes on them, and he was slinking around Bison Steve when your pretty boy friend... He may have heard where they were... I guess... Hey, youngster. Beagle had some notes he was taking while he was eavesdropping around the Powder Gang. Right now, Beagle is the closest Prim's got to any First thing I'd say is get his... Johnson Nash is my name. Husband to Ruby Nash. I'm a trader primarily, for what it's worth. Gangers, gangsters.
They all sound like trouble.
You think you have what it takes, kid?
I must have at least 30 cards to play Caravan. Well, tomorrow we'll start our adventure on getting over to there and rescuing the sheriff, or sub-cop. Have a good day! We'll continue my story